Hey, everybody. Happy July to you. I hope you're going to be exercising your rights, freedoms, and everything else from here on out. But this is not a 4th of July message. This is just welcome into the month of July where God has granted us another month to be here and to operate in our gifts and our callings and our talents. So we're going to get right into the conversation of what I want to talk about. Free your mind, your money will follow. So once we are free in our thoughts and in our minds, we can do anything. It's unlimited. And in entrepreneurship, I help small businesses. I help in that area, and I want to just to keep you encouraged. And one message I want to say to you that was kind of shared with me this morning as well, and I want to pass it on to you, is you're going to enter a pivotal season. You're in the most pivotal season right now in your life. So you're going to have to leave some relationships behind. And this is the journey for you and God. And this is not nobody else's journey. This is just you and God. So right now we're going to talk this morning about how we're going to free our minds so where we can get and get the opportunity that was left here for us to be able to receive, achieve, accomplish, of whatever you so desire. And I'm talking to myself too now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not beating up on you. I'm talking to myself as well. So in anything, before I work with any client that I have in business, I always discuss this. I always talk about our mindset. And I always know that if your mindset is not together, you won't do the work that I require you to do. You won't get the things done. You won't do the research. You just won't do the things that's going to help you to get to the next level, meaning being organized, being punctual, doing the things, not procrastinating, just doing what you need to do to get to the next level, because standing still is not going to get you there. So, just imagine this world, just imagine a world that's have unlimited potential for you. You can, if you can see it, you can almost accomplish and achieve it. And simply because if it's something that's going to benefit the world for the higher good of society and everyone else, that's what we're talking about. And what I do know is once you put yourself laser focus on something that's going to help somebody and something is going to make a change, then I believe you're going to get all the angels that's going to protect you. You're going to get all the angels that's going to help you get there. All the angels that's going to help you move forward. All the angels, they're going to just operate on your behalf. And I do believe that. So now let's talk about some things that's going to be tools for you to free your mind. Things that's going to help you to launch that vision and not be afraid to get out here and build the business that you want to build and connect with the people that you know that can help you and be around positiveness and not being on these free platforms spewing out negativity that has nothing to do with growth. It has nothing to do with helping your children. It has nothing to do with helping your grandkids. It has nothing to do with helping your family and your friends and your loved ones, or even people that you haven't even met yet that you are assigned to. We have to realize that we are assigned to people out here in the world that we are supposed to help. You got to get that through your mind. And I think when you realize and know that it's not about me, it's about what I'm called to do, it's about my purpose. I believe that's the most freeingest thing in the world. Can't no look, the founding forefathers or whatever they're going to say, 1776 did not free you. You had freedom at birth. You had freedom before then. You had freedom before anyone says that you could have freedom, because the ones that you think that gave you the freedom, they have limitations on you. So that's why I said free your mind and the rest will follow. Free your mind, honey. Free your mind, sir. Free your mind, sister. Free your mind. Free your mind. And everything else going to follow. Your money's going to follow. I'm telling you. So one thing we need to do is embrace a growth mindset. We got to start by shifting our minds. We got to start by shifting things and get out of this traditional way of thinking. We got to shift our minds and know that, hey, there's some possibility out here for me. I can't listen at people that are not doing what I want to do. They haven't done it yet. So I can't listen to and be defeated by their thought process and be defeated by their limited circumstances and their limited experiences. I can't do it. Tell yourself that every single day. You can't do it. Now, you got to overcome the limiting beliefs in your mind. You have rituals, you have things that you believe in. You love to say, I can't. You love to say, I'm broke. You love to say, I don't have. You love to say things that are so defeating to your next level. You have to stop that. It is not going to move you forward in your life. It's not going to move you. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to keep you stagnant, and you're going to be this time next year rolling around in your pity, your sorrow, your pitiful way of living, your pitiful way of thinking. I mean, hey, in the past, I was this way. And until I made up in my mind and changed, I just had to, take one foot put one foot in front of the other and step out of the bed with one foot at a time. And then from the bed, getting on my knees and praying and talking to God about it. I didn't talk to the world about it. I talked to God about it. Okay. And he'll guide you. He'll bring you people in your path. Circumstances will come to you. He'll make everything all right. I mean, seriously, it'll be it's a process. It is not overnight. It is a process. So another thing we have to do is while we're in this belief standpoint, we got to do an inventory on, hey, what got us to our beliefs in something? Is it our experiences? Do we just really really believe that, or is it just from what we've experienced? So we got to be true to ourselves, to our own self, be true. We have to. Next thing is visualizing your success. Oh man, this is the bomb.com. Bomb.com. Hey, I love this one because one thing about a vision, you got that vision. You see that vision. God gave you that vision. Man cannot tell you what to do with it. He can't tell you how to orchestrate it. Only thing you can do is get with somebody that can help you to birth that baby and move it forward. You have to stop listening to these vampires telling you that you can't do something. Now, I have people come to me all the time in business that want to birth something, but now sometimes I have to stop them in their tracks because they come with so much cloudiness in their minds. They come with so much junk in the trunk or junk in their mind till they don't want to methodically orchestrate it and line it up and organize it so where it can come to pass. Now you got to be coachable in life. You have to be coachable, you have to be teachable, you have to learn different things. You can't walk into a new environment, you can't walk into a new territory, you can't escalate your life and your life experiences within the same mindset that you did when you made the decision that you wanted to do something different. It won't work. It will not work. Say this to yourself, repeat it, put it down in the comment, and just say it won't work. Okay, it just won't. Next thing, surround yourself with positivity. Yes, yes, yes. You hear this all the time, but it is so true. Your environment is your greatest influence of your mindset. Your environment is going to influence everything that comes out your mouth, everything that you do, everything that you be around. If just like say for instance, if you got a couple of guys that are always hanging together and all of them cheating on their wives and all of them are cheaters out there, I mean, you can say what you want to say. You can say you won't hang around people that, yeah, I can hang around them and don't do what they do, but you have that mindset. You're gonna develop their mindset. You're gonna develop their way of thinking because they're gonna put so much pressure on you. And I don't care how strong you say you are, that it just won't work. So, I heard Myron Golden say one time, he said, he doesn't hire people. Myron Golden is awesome, y'all. He is the greatest. He is real great. So anyway, Myron Golden, look him up, follow him. You'll learn something from him. He said, excuse me, he said this. He said he doesn't hire, he don't even allow anybody to work for his company. That is a cheater on their wives. So, he understands that you have to have positivity even in your business. So lesson for you in the future, when you all are getting out here launching your business and doing things, don't have anybody around you that is not doing up the utmost and the up, just don't have people around you with the moral compass of a gnat. Okay, so don't allow that. Just look at your former president, all the people that were around him, and they were, he wasn't a positive influence. But look at all the people that were around him for the most part. Look, a lot of them went to jail. They got in trouble because they were around somebody that he wasn't positive. And what did it cause them? It caused them criminal records. It caused their family, the family dynamics, the family to just go into a different direction. I'm sure that those families did not expect to be in the situation that they were in. But anyway, I'm just to give you a few examples of what I'm speaking of. You have to surround yourself. You have to surround yourself with books. You can get this out of a book. You can get this out of any kind of inspiration space, a podcast, a video. You can get this from anywhere, but you got to surround yourself around positivity. You can read a quote or whatever feeds your spirit in a good way. Definitely read your Bible or whatever you read, to get your inspiration. But you definitely need to stay positive. Okay. This is going to free your mind so your money can follow. I mean, you don't want to get dirty money. You want to have something positive and sustainable, because anything that's not right and ethically and morally sound and good for you, it just won't last. So we're talking about sustainable stuff here now. Okay, so I know there's other ways that people feel like that they can free their mind and have money in other ways, but we're not talking about those ways. And the last one I want to say, and this is the ultimate one, this is the game changer here for anything that's going to go on in your life. Free your mind and take action. Take bold action. Just do it now. There's a 5-minute rule that Mel Robbins, she went through a lot. She was depressed on some things, and then she said, it just hit her one day. The 5 second, I'm sorry, that's 5 minutes, but the 5 second rule. The 5 second rule, she does it things. She said she just don't think about. She, for the most part, she just get up in the morning time. It's 5 seconds. So when she get up and start her day, because one time she said she was depressed and she was going through a lot, but 5 seconds is going to the 5 second rule. Try that. But anyway, take action. A lot of things you can't do it in 5 seconds. I understand that. I'm being realistic about it. But I mean, even your long term goals or even things, sit down and write out what you're going to do the next day, or write out what you're going to do in the next part of the day. It doesn't have to be the day before, whatever. Just make sure that you are just doing things that you're going to be able to take action on. When you learn something and you get a little nugget on something that you want to do, take action on it. If it's not the full blown thing that you have to do, take the steps, take the steps towards that goal or that thing that you want to do. If you say, hey, I want to get a government contract, well, there are steps to that. Before you got to take action, you got to write a business plan. And first, reach out to somebody that can help you if you don't know how to do it. Then you have to write a business plan. You got to find out what's the steps. Go ahead and research and see what's going to require, what you're going to have to do in order to be able to get this particular grant. Or if you want to start a business, how do I start this business? Where do I go? Everything requires you taking action, and everything is a step-by-step process. You didn't get like people that come to me that want to, get their credit together, transform their credit. You didn't get there overnight. You're not going to solve the problem overnight. There's steps to it. There's levels to it. There's steps to everything that we do. And we have to understand that, and we have to take action, and we have to do them. So yeah, so that's all I want to say to you about free your mind, and the money will follow, because all these things I just mentioned, if you do those things, you will be fine. You will be okay. You will be in a better place this time next year. So don't get into all the celebration and all this other stuff, because Juneteenth was a celebration for a lot of us. But here again, being that July 4th is supposed to be Independence Day, I feel like, baby, your freedom started long before Independence Day. You had the freedom when God wrote it in the Bible, when the Bible was when God wrote it in his word, when the Bible was introduced for you. I know a lot of us, our ancestors, couldn't read at the time. They weren't allowed to read. I do understand that, but you have no excuse now. So you need to learn what's in that word too, and make sure that you do what it says for your life, and make sure you do what you need to do to get to the next level. So that's all I got to say. And I hope you're having a marvelous, July. And like I said, welcome to July. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.